Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to another brand new video of the Discord.js guide. Now in today's episode I'm going to be covering how to make a simple rock paper scissors command. So let's jump straight into this. I hope you guys enjoy. Now for this tutorial I'm going to be using the Sapphire framework as well as Discord.js v14. So you're going to have to download these packages before we begin. We have Discord.js version 14 right here as well as Sapphire. It's called @sapphire/framework. So once you get these, we're going to be starting off by building the index.js file, which is required for us to run the code and run the bot. So it's not going to be too much code here. It's only 6 lines, so not that much. And we're going to begin by importing a few classes that we're going to need. So I'm going to be importing Sapphire client, which is from the Sapphire framework, as you would have probably guessed. We're going to say require @sapphire/framework. And we're also going to be getting gateway intent bits. So const gateway intent bits. And this is required for intents, for our bot to register intents and use them. And this is built into Discord.js, so we just straight up get it from there. Now, starting off with building our actual client, we're going to say const client and create a new object of the Sapphire client class. So we do this, and I'm going to be passing in intents as the only argument for now. And this basically specifies the intents that I want to sign up for. So I'm going to put in gateway intent bits dot guild, so it's going to sign up for the guild's intent as well as guild messages. So let me type that in real quick. Guild messages, there we go. So now that that's done, we just have to run the bot. So I'm going to say client login. So we're going to log into the bot, and we're going to pass in the token, which is like the password for the bot. So process.env.token. So what this does is it gets the token key from the secrets tab and passes in this token right here. And now I have it blurred here obviously, but you take in the token from your bot from the Discord developer website and put it in. And you make sure not to give it to anyone, because if anyone has your token, they can basically do anything with your bot. So yeah, now that we have the index.js file, we're going to be going in and creating a new commands folder. So Sapphire looks for commands within a folder called commands. So we can just go straight up and make the folder. And inside I'm going to be creating the rps.js file for our command. So now the cool thing about Sapphire is that it has its own classes which you can extend off of. So for command, it has a command class, and that makes it easy for you to just define commands without having to deal with the details of like going in and registering the command and stuff like that. So we're going to be getting this class first. So const command equal the required @sapphire.framework once again, or /framework. And yeah, so we have the command class right here. So we can create a new class for this command. So each command requires a class of its own. So we can say rps command. We're going to call that, that's going to be the name of the command class. And we're going to extend off of the command class that we just got from here. That's a lot of commands right there. I said the word command way too much, but I hope you get the idea. So now that we've extended this class, we're going to be constructing it. So we're going to put in a constructor, which basically takes in these 2 arguments. So when you make an object of this class, you're going to pass in these 2 arguments, context and options. And it's going to say super context and options. So what this does is it basically calls the constructor of this command class and passes the same 2 arguments. But the thing is, here I have 3 dots followed by options. So this makes the object with options, but now I can also add in new things. So I can say name and rps, so I can add on to the options. And I'm going to say description, and let's just say rock paper scissors command or something. So we have the options that are passed in, and we also add these 2 to the object. So that's pretty much it. Now we're done with the constructor. We can start off with the actual code of the interaction. So when someone runs the code or runs the command, we're gonna call this function right here. So it's chat input run, and this takes in an interaction, which is the command interaction for the /command. So now I want to start off by sending an embed, because that's fancy. I want to do that. So let's start off by making an embed. Let's say const embed equal to new embed builder. So for Discord.js v14, they have a new class. Previously it was message embed, but now it's embed builder. So we're also going to have to import that first. So let's do const embed builder, and we're going to require Discord.js this time because this is a Discord.js class. And yeah, so now we have this embed, we have nothing in it. So let's create the title, the description, and all that. So I'm going to be setting a title for this, a description, and the color, because why not. Alright, there we go. So we have the embed ready. Before I send this command or send this embed, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and create a row. So also let me format this real quick. So a row can contain buttons, select menus, and stuff like that, and it's basically displayed at the bottom of an embed or a message. So we're gonna say const row equal to new action row builder, and we're also gonna have to import that. So let me do that real quick. Let's get action row builder. And now we're gonna pass in buttons for this row. So first say add components and new button builder. So this is the class for creating a button, and you can create, like, you can go const button one and say new button builder and make a bunch of variables that have the buttons, and you just put them in your like button one comma button two, or you can just define them right within the add components function. I'm just going to put them right here. So let's say new button builder, and let me also import that real quick. So let's go here in button builder, and I'm going to make this quick. So we're going to define a custom ID. So this is required for all buttons, and let's say rock set emoji. So I'm going to put the rock emoji real quick. There we go. And finally, we're going to set a style. So there's one of 4 styles that a button can have. It's like gray, blue, green, or something like stuff like that. So I'm just gonna say style 2. That's the secondary style. And to be honest, I forgot which color that is, but it doesn't really matter. So let's just go ahead and do that. And now I'm gonna be making the other 2 buttons real quick. There we go. So now that we're done with the row as well as the embed, we can just go ahead and send it to the channel. I'm gonna say await interaction.reply. So we're replying to the interaction. So when someone runs the command, we're gonna reply to that command, and we're gonna pass this embed in. So we can have a bunch of embeds in one response. So we're just gonna put in one in this array right here, and I'm also gonna put in components. And this is the first row. We can have a bunch of rows. I think there's like a maximum of 3 or something. So yeah, we have 1, and that's pretty much it. So we sent this message here, but now we have 3 options. We can click rock, paper, or scissor. Well, let's first run this and see what it looks like before we go ahead and finish up the command. It looks like we gotta finish up something before we do this first. So I forgot to say this, but we gotta export this back out so that we can import it from index.js and stuff like that. So let's say module.exports, and we're gonna be exporting out this class. So let's do that real quick. RPS command, and that should work. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, so we have the bot running now, but we forgot to register the command, so let's do that real quick. I'm going to be creating a new function. This is called register application commands. And this is going to be a little complicated, but it takes in a registry. So what you do is we open this function up, and we're going to say registry dot register chat input command. So it registers this command into the registry. So register chat input command, and we're going to pass in a function. So this function takes in builder, and it uses the builder, sets the name of the function or the command. So format this real quick. So we're setting a name. We're gonna call this dot name, which takes this name basically. So we get RPS, and next we set the description. So set description, and we do this dot description. So this sets this description that we have defined here once again. So now that that's done, we have the registry ready, so we can register the command and get it pumped out to the server so that we can actually run the command. Alright, so we have the embed right here and the 3 buttons, but if you click on them, nothing happens because we haven't coded that part yet. So we know that this part works, so let's go ahead and work on the rest. So looking at this, we have the interaction reply, but we don't do anything after that. So we're gonna look for a button click. So now, once we have this, we can click on any one of these buttons. And once someone does that, we're gonna have to give another response. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be creating a collector. So let's say const collector, and we're gonna do interaction.channel.create message component collector. Now that's a long function, but basically what it does is it goes into this channel, so this channel right here, and it looks for a message component. So if you click on this button, that's a message component interaction. It looks for such an interaction and it collects it. So we have that, and we're gonna set a time. So let's say 20,000, that's 20 seconds or 20,000 milliseconds. So it waits for that much time to look for a button click. Now, before we do anything else with this collector, I'm gonna be also choosing the bot's response. So we're playing a game of rock, paper, scissors, and let's say I click on rock. Now that means I chose rock, but we need the bot to choose something as well. So we're gonna make the bot randomly choose something. So let's say const choices, which is the list of choices, rock, paper, and scissors, just so that we have a list of choices. And now I'm gonna make it choose something at random. So we're gonna say choice, which is the chosen choice, the random one, and we're gonna say choices, and then math.round. So these brackets right here, they define the number or the index. So if we say 0, that's gonna be rock. If we say 1, that's gonna be paper. If we say 2, it's gonna be scissors. So we're gonna choose a random number between 0 to 2. So let's say math.round, and we're gonna be rounding a random number, and we're gonna be multiplying that by 2. So math random times 2. And that's pretty much it. So we're gonna get a random choice from 0 to 2. And once we get that, we can use this to define or determine if we won the game or lost, depending on which option we chose. So let's do that real quick. Let's do collector.on. So this runs this function basically when we have someone clicking on a button, or we should ideally have it when the user clicks on the button. So let's do this, collector.on collect. So on collect means when message component interaction is collected, and we're gonna make an async function taking an interaction, and I'm gonna call that I, and I'm calling it I, not interaction, because we already have another variable here called interaction, so I don't want to confuse with that. So now to choose or determine who won, we're gonna first get the label or the ID. So let's do this, let label equal to i.component.custom ID. So now if I click on rock, they're gonna know it's rock because it says rock right here, and that makes it easy for us to compute the outcome. So now I'm gonna say const choices text. So now here we're just gonna say who chose what. So we're gonna do i.user chose label. So that's, if I click on rock, it's gonna say I chose rock. If I click on paper, it's gonna say paper, and so on. And then we're gonna say the bot chose, and we're gonna put in the choice. So this is the random choice that the bot chose out of rock, paper, scissors, and we're gonna put it right here. So now that we have that, we're gonna look at the label and the choice. So the label is the user's choice, and the choice is the bot's choice. I probably should have better naming system here, but we're gonna deal with this for now. So let's say if label is equal to choice, so we're gonna look for a draw. If the label is choice, if both of us choose rock, it's gonna be a draw. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna reply to this interaction. So we click on a rock, on a button, for example, a rock button, and it replies to that interaction. So it replies back, and now it's gonna say content, and let's say the match is a draw. And then we can go ahead and type in the choices text, so it just shows us which option we chose, even though we probably know that, but that's all right. And after this, I'm gonna say else if, and we're gonna have a huge statement here. So if choice is equal to rock and label is equal to paper, or, so we're basically looking for if the bot wins. So choice is equal to paper and label is equal to scissors, or we're looking for if the bot loses, is what I meant to say. Or finally, if choice is scissors and the label, that is the user's choice, is rock, we're gonna say content our user wins the match. And once again, let's just put in the choices text, because why not? And finally, the other option is only that the bot wins, so we're just going to put that in here. Content. The bot wins the match. Or I should say won the match, that makes more sense. So let me just change that real quick. Wins the match, and once again, choices text. There we go. So now we have this part, so when someone clicks on a button, we're just going to collect it and give us the determinant result to decide who won the match. And finally, we're going to do this. In the case that the 20 seconds pass and no one clicks on anything, I'm just going to edit the message saying that the time has run out and no one clicked on anything. So let's say collector on end. So when the collection ends, async collected. So we're going to make an asynchronous function once again, and it's going to say collected, so it takes in the collected values. And so we can say if collected size is equal to 0, so basically that means if nothing was collected, we're gonna do await interaction dot edit reply. So that's gonna take this original function, or this original message right here, and edit the reply. So we're gonna edit the message, and it's gonna say content time has run out. And we're also gonna be removing the button, so components is going to be an empty array. And there we go. So that's pretty much it. Let's test it out and see if it works. Alright, there we go. Let me run this command real quick. RPS. And so we have the embed that works. Let's click on scissors. And the bot won the match. I chose scissors, the bot chose rock. That's awesome. Let's do this. Rock. There we go. The match is a draw. That's perfect. And let's do paper. Hopefully I win. And the bot won once again, but there we go, the command works. Let me do one little change, changes right here. And so now it's gonna look for the button click for 2 seconds, and if that does not work, it's just gonna change straight up, edit the message. So let's do this, or let's wait for this to first happen. All right, let's go and do this once again, RPS. Wait for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and there we go. So the time has run out. I'm gonna remove the embed real quick as well because we don't want this to be displayed. So let's go ahead, content components, and we're also gonna make an empty array of embeds. So it's gonna get rid of this stuff right here. Let's wait for this to run once again and test it out. Alright, let's go RPS. Let's wait for 2 seconds. 1, 2. There we go. The time has run out. So that's going to be pretty much it for this video. That was just a simple tutorial on how to make an RPS command. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please do leave a like and comment down below if you did enjoy this. And let me know if you have any doubts about this. Feel free to leave that in the comment section as well. And that's going to be it for now. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Peace out.